And we are back. There we go. Now back to the game. Alright, so we wanted to look what Kraken is doing, and I hope I can show it now actually. Let's add something here. No, this one won't work. I don't know. Alright, so the first thing we want trait. We need ledger history. Okay, what else do we need to know? I mean, if you have a Bitcoin exchange and you log in, what else do you expect? Of course, you need some settings like notifications. What else kind of settings we have, guys? We have let's have a look. Notifications. Of course, something like time zones. What else actually? Language. The PGP key in case you want to get encrypted emails from us. And yeah, just general settings like auto lockout, global lockdown, global settings lockdown actually it's called. Okay, so that we can do, and then we have security stuff, and for security stuff we are doing something like what we can do there. We can set up the two-factor authentication. We can set up the two-factor for withdrawals. And decide for what to use. No, wait, that's redundant. That's not what we want. we want to use it something like okay, maybe if in case you would like to trade, you can make a setting that it's required to use a two-factor authentication, because if you don't have that, you can't trade. In case your account gets hacked, it's always good to be safe. This two-factor for the withdrawal and the whitelist for the logins. That is definitely something. And the emergency password. And maybe rules. Alright, we need to define some rules, like you can actually say, hey, if I use that password, either lock my account or just block withdrawals, block trading, or clear all my balance. I'll write this down. Just a second. Clear balance. So if you really use this password, you can decide clear the balance, block withdrawals, lock accounts. What else can you expect? I mean, this is really for immersion. Like if you ever feel you want to log in with that password, there is some serious shit going on. Clear balance, yeah. I think those three options are pretty much the best, right? I mean, imagine you ever have to use this. It must be like somebody is breaking into your house with a gun and say, hey, give me all your Bitcoin, and then he force you actually to log in. So yeah, always good to have these things. Okay, then we need something for the verification. 3 different levels. And the funding, well, funding should be more like euro and US dollar deposits. I will write this down here. Okay, well, that's a lot of stuff that the user can do. And then of course, unfortunately, we need support. And probably other stuff that I dashboard. Always important to have dashboards. And I think that's it. I think that is it. Alright, so then I will put this basically in a namespace, I guess. Maybe internal. Probably. And then let's go. I'm not sure with the internal name. That sounds stupid, because then all the paths are called internal. I think we can later on refactor this. But here the front end, okay, we make it the following. So the front end, there goes everything inside. So that's an extra folder. Okay, and everything else is just going in here then. Okay, so Rails General Controller dashboard. We need a dashboard controller, guys. Oh, what's up here? That's bad. Do and end and another end. That's really bad. I hate those error messages. Does this look good to you guys? I think so. 2 open, 2 down. Oh. There was one too much. Alright, we have a dashboard controller. Doesn't write the routes anymore. Okay, I think that's actually the way we can do so. The root path is always dashboard. Which makes sense, you know. Like... Okay, so dashboard down. The next thing we make the settings, but I think we make this a namespace actually. Namespace settings, and then we can have something like the. No, this will be one controller only. We don't need a namespace for that. So settings, always plural on the controllers. So we have routes, resource settings. Okay, that is done. But we only have the show, the edit, and the update method, because you can't delete settings. You can only activate and deactivate them. So yeah, no, you don't. Just make sure if you write controllers like this, always make sure they do not. You only specify the verbs that you actually really need to use. Because imagine somebody knows how Rails works and you use something like the resource controller or similar stuff. They just send a delete method and hey, your data is fucked. They just send a delete method to that controller, boom, model gone. You know, it's dangerous. So always specify really the verbs, right? And actually, we do not need a show method, because if you have settings, you click on settings, that's already the edit, right? You don't really need to show and then click edit. No, that's just it. It's the form is. Hey, there you are back. Of course you just get a 500, but plenty of people use something like the resource controller. Do you know this? This is like since like Rails 2, that was a big thing. No, you don't scaffold it. How is this called, this game? Here, there we go. You see, this is really old, the resource controller. It's like 12 years ago. That's when this started. And basically, all you have to do is you don't go from application controller, you go from resource controller, and that's it. And all the CRUD methods, create, read, update, destroy, is all implemented. Active admin is still using something like this. So I know there are people who still use it. I know there are people who feel like, I don't want to specify all my methods, and you know, they just want to use the magic. So I'm just saying, it's dangerous. And I think using scaffolding is also not a smart way to do. Alright, so what else we need? We have the settings controller, good. We need... This is done. Okay, but we need a namespace for security. And then here we actually have two-factor. So we just make an extra controller for the two-factor stuff, and we make an extra controller for passwords. I think so. And we make an extra controller for the IP whitelisting. That looks correct to me though. Okay. So then let's create them. Okay, and pass. Is it a password controller or passwords controller? I call it password controller. And the IP security IP whitelistings singular. Okay, let's have a look what we have. Security IP whitelisting controller. Good, that looks good. Password controller, two-factor, nice. That is done. Okay, we need definitely a namespace trading, and then we have resources orders, just where you make the basic orders, and then we have recurring buys. That makes sense. Okay, and then we have what else we need, guys? We need a vaults controller, of course. Resources vaults. That's what we programmed yesterday. And okay, we can create this quick. Vaults. Always use plural. And trading orders. And trading recurring buys. Is this correct? The recurring buys controller. Yeah, that looks good. Great. Actually, I feel we should program the model, the recurring buy model. That would be fun to do now, I think. That might be. We better do this Monday morning when I'm fresh. It's almost 1 o'clock in the night. Okay, so we got this, the vaults, nice. And we need the resource. I think verification might be an own namespace. I'm not sure about this yet. Verify controller. Yeah. Whatever. We need the wallets. Wallets is that's a big part. All your deposits, all your the history. So how is Kraken doing this? Kraken does. Let's have a look. They just have history. I don't know why I can't show you this, guys. And then history orders. Ledger. Alright, trades, good. So we make a namespace. No, we don't do that. We make resources orders. So where you all can see your orders. No, this doesn't make sense. We make it a namespace. Because an order basically is the trading. That's where you create them. So here we just really want the history. So I can already say this is only new create. Okay. So in the history controller, we just have yeah, you can just see the orders because you can't create new ones there. You can't update them and you can't delete them, especially not delete them. The focus is on not deleting data. Databases are not there for be deleted. Keep the data as much as you can. Then we have, what else we have? Traits of, of course, executed traits. And then we have our ledger resource, which is the complete overview in whatever goes in, goes out ledger. That makes sense. Funding, deposit withdrawals. Yeah, that's a big topic. So, namespace funding. And then resources withdrawals. And resources deposits. However, here is resources withdrawal addresses, right? That's where you manage your withdrawal addresses. And exactly, that's withdrawal options. That's going for security. Okay. So that's basically this deposit address. That's where we deposits. Okay, we also need to manage deposit addresses. Deposit. Okay, withdrawal addresses, deposits and withdrawals. Only for sure. This actually can do. Yeah, we will not be able to update a withdrawal. The only update method, or the only update that we really do, is the confirmation, which is outside this space anyways. So yeah. That's a get. There we go. Can get confirmed, can get cancelled. Sounds correct. Deposits, withdrawal addresses, deposit addresses. That is actually the sort of thing here. The vault. Oh, I just see. The vault gets really complicated. So what we have from the vaults, we have yeah, we have resources signer, we have resources withdrawals, but I think this we don't do anything yet because we just create them initially. So if we don't operate with that data, we don't need an extra controller for that. So the vault, yeah, if we create it, all we can do is create withdrawals. That's basically it. Yep, okay, I'm good with that. No, it's only index, and there we go, and show. The verification, I'm not sure about this yet. This is a very difficult, sensitive topic. Okay. So, security, we have withdrawal option. IP whitelisting, we have withdrawal option. I think this should be called options. Okay, trading, orders and recurring buys. Orders, recurring buys. Okay. Okay, history. Okay, that's done. There it is. Funding. Deposit. Is that even? Yeah, it's correct. And then we have withdrawals. We have. This is written wrong. Deposit addresses. And we have, of course, withdrawal addresses. Great. So and now the vaults. Yeah, so we have a vaults controller, and then in that namespace we have transactions, and we have withdrawals. Oh goodness, we created a lot of controllers, guys. And more to come for sure. The funding, we don't have, or funding we have all four, okay, great. Security, we have security controller, setting controllers. This is great. This is looking good. Awesome. A lot of planning. It's always good to just write down the ideas, you know. I mean, I'm not writing any code yet. It's just in my head. What can we use in the future based on our models right now, you know? Yep. Okay, I don't see any missing controller right now. Oh, I do see them. Oh yes, I do see them. Oh yeah, boy. We are missing. We have so many things to do here. We have every time when we need to confirm a withdrawal, it's always the question, do we need to be logged in? Okay, but we have some external routes for the vault. Vaults. Yeah. Get confirm withdrawal. So this is signer confirms link. Okay, definitely we need that. So that's from the outside. You can confirm your withdrawal. I think that's it. Let's create that one quick. Okay, it's right there. So yes, this all needs to be going into like a namespace internal. Actually, I think we can make it a scope. No, a namespace. Great. I can't move. What is this? Atom sucks. What is going on? I can't mark two folders and move it. Oh, now it's working. Okay. That was weird. Okay, great. So now the controllers are beautiful, right? Front end, internal, and then of course we need an AP V1. That's going for the future, and right now I want to create the Vault controller. Great. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. We have the sessions controller. I definitely want to refactor these things a little bit because I feel that the lockdown method actually does not belong in a sessions controller. That seems to be a little bit weird, but we can do this in the future. I will go to sleep now. It's 1 o'clock. I will commit this quick. The rough routing. What is this? Oh, all right. And oh, we need to. Oh, I accidentally, of course, all the specs I gonna delete right now because we don't need them yet. Ah, okay, we need them in the future. We can keep them in. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. This was just a quick session. I just felt like I want to work a little bit. Tomorrow is Sunday. That means no work, and then Monday morning, 8 o'clock, right back creating the future, right? I wish you all the best weekend. You guys have a great Saturday and the best of the best Sundays you can have. I see you on Monday. Bye bye.